looks wrong. What can you do, though? Let me actually get the antenna down here. Man, that's... There's, like, shenanigans happening over here, which is annoying. There. We'll just smack the green screen around. Why do I have this on? And what is with the pun battle in my channel? I don't understand what's going on in my channel. Everybody is saying puns or something. I mean, dude, is that a pun? It just sounds like you have a lisp. It just sounds like you're talking with a or something. That's what I believe is going on in my channel. Who is that? Thader. Count True Silver. Oh, that chat isn't right at all. Let's fix that right quick. Ooh, nobody needs to see that full screen. Am I broadcasting? Broadcasting. Hang on a second. I never know. I don't even know where to look anymore. I need like another camera over there. Like, show me in 3D stereoscopic something's nonsense or other. And did it come up? Does it say that I'm streaming? That says that I'm streaming. I'm not on KSPTV, which is good. I've unhosted. That's also good. And there was a follower alert just came in, apparently. What the heck was that? Why would I get a follower alert all of a sudden? And why is Twitch chat so broken? Twitch chat is completely broken. Am I here? Can y'all see me? Because I'm like broadcasting or whatever. I was 30 seconds late to what? I don't even know what you're talking about. I was 30 seconds late to I don't even know. That doesn't even make any sense to me. The entire thing that you're talking about makes no sense. Let's get that off the bottom. Y'all need to chat more. Y'all need to chat more to fill that stuff up over there. And it's so quiet right now. Where's my button? My button is right. There we go. That's insanely loud, though. That sounds good. I like that music. I like that music. Oh, I was chatting. You know, what was I doing? I was just setting up a stream or whatever, Cybertech. Dude, don't mind me. Just trying to get set up to stream a game. Oh my goodness. Alright, I look legitimate over there. Dude, Spartan, what's going on? Our Bremer is here. Chiptunes. Chiptunes loud. I messed with the settings. I've got to fix that. I've got to fix that later. I don't know what to do about that. And it is a keyboard thing. We've got that. My neck hurts. Monitor's too far over there. Bison Brother, what's going on, dude? How's it going? We're going to do some streaming here, it looks like. I believe. What level do you have your audio at in OBS? My mic streams at 100%, and my other audio streams at 50%, it looks like. Having my fun, what's going on? What I can show you, I guess. It's just 50% on the other audio, and then I have the Windows mixer, and all the different levels are kind of put different ways to see what's going on. We have the donation alert going, we have the follower alert going. Hopefully that's going to work. I wonder if I'm going to have to refresh it. Somebody follow me right quick. If you're not following me, follow me right quick, so I can test that. Alright, there's that. I'm just going to reboot those two things right quick. You never know if this is going to work. I wish there was like a button you could press to test it. Your ridiculous Swarm Explorer. Count True Silver. Talk to me about this ridiculous Swarm Explorer. I was trying to get some work done, having some conversations and that sort of stuff. So I was not exactly watching. I was not exactly watching your stream. I was hosting your stream, but I wasn't exactly watching it. What shameless plug are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about, Cybertech. You're one to talk about shameless plugs, my good friend. You are one to talk about shameless plugs. Do I even have a game behind me? I do. I do have a game behind me. That's a good thing. Cyberconics. Okay, yes. Did it pop up on the screen? Did it pop up on the screen? There's a follow from Bison Brother, dude. I appreciate you, Bison. I do appreciate the follow there. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. I'm Das Valdez, as you may know. Skunk Slayer. Apparently with a refollow there, which I appreciate. How much... Okay. So I've got... Maybe I need to point my camera down a little bit. I can't tell. I can't tell if this is right or not. Is this right? You unfollowed, then you followed. Alright, good deal, good deal. People, we are spooling up the stream. Y'all know how it goes. We are totally spooling up the stream. So I don't know what to tell you about that. Gosh. I was watching Hey, Cam, keep it classy, man. Welcome to the stream. It's Kerbal Space Academy. It's family friendly. Keep the language classy. Appreciate you being here, man. That's all it is. I look normal. Luis, what's going on? Do you have any screenshots to regale us with, Luis? I figured that today I was going to do a more advanced moon mission. Something that actually leaves a command module in orbit around the moon, and then we can go down, we can redock with it, maybe we can do a couple trips up and down to the surface, we can do some targeted landings, maybe we'll go for a specific crater, or we'll go for a specific landmark or something like that. I think there's a couple things that we could do. We could go for a couple different landings, especially if I take a lander that can be refueled. So we've got that going for us. I look normal, that's excellent, okay. That's absolutely excellent. All that stuff over there looks like it works. I keep rolling downhill. I cleaned my desk. I like swept everything up. No, I look low. Why do I look so low? There's Cam the man, dude. Cam the man, I appreciate the follow. Hang on, y'all. Chill out for a second. That's me. I could always, like, you know, show a little chest action. I hear that gets you follows. I hear that gets you follows. Doomsday, what's going on? Bangs or root beer, I'll get you to Ike one day when you have 1 million credits to pay for the mission. 1 million credits. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is the bot even running? I don't even think the bot's running right now. I don't even think the bot's running. Hang on a second. Quote. Where's the bot? Is Nightbot here? Hang on. Is Nightbot here? Let's see here. There's cracks in time in your hand. You're right, dude. There are definitely cracks in time in my hand. Let's see here. Nightbot is not running. Whoa! There was one. $4.99 from Anonymous. Dude, Anonymous, that is a rogue subscription, man. I appreciate you, whoever you are. Let me make sure I can read this first. You have reinvigorated my love of KSP. You make difficult topics so simple and understandable. Keep up the amazing work / broadcast. Dude, Anonymous, I appreciate you. I do appreciate. I'm just sitting here. There's like a loading screen behind me. Already a donation comes in. That puts me well on my way to my daily goal, man. Or woman. Or girl. Or whatever, man. However it is. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate the support. Anonymous. Icon even looks anonymous. Looks a little anonymous there. Let's see here. Why do I wear a hat? Because I look terrible without it. Nobody would even recognize me. Yeah, I look totally ridiculous. We're just getting it spooled up. I'm not worried about the number of people, Mayoker. I'm not worried. It takes people some time to get in sometimes. Let me get the bot running. Boop. Where are you at? There's that. I'll get the bot running. Hang out a second. Folks, if you're just coming in, we're going to do a Kerbal Space Academy tonight. We're going to do a more advanced moon mission. I'm actually going to put a larger command module, Apollo-style command module, up into orbit around the moon, and we'll do a couple... What? That's actually really good. That's actually a really great price for Dr. Pepper. We'll put a command module or some sort of miniature station in orbit around the moon. We'll have a craft that can land and redock with that station multiple times. We'll hit a couple different places on the moon. I'll talk you through a couple different landings. I'll talk you through a rendezvous and docking. We're going to be needing to do that a couple times. I'll talk you through the lander design. I'll talk you through the Munar transfer. I'll talk you into lifters. I'll talk you into launch profile. So we're going to do a very broad stream tonight, right? We're going to do a pretty simple mission out to the moon, but it's going to have a lot of different topics. Lifters, orbital launch profiles, getting into Kerbal orbit, plotting and executing a Munar transfer. We will do getting into orbit around the moon. We will do a landing on the moon. We will do rendezvous and docking as we come back up to the command module that is going to be in orbit around the moon. We'll do that a few times. I'll show you a couple different ways to land. I'll show you ways to target your landings on the moon. You left 1 million credits in your wallow. In your wallet. Sorry, bub. In cash we trust. Or what is it? In Kraken we trust. All others pay cash. You can get the ticket whenever you earn your 1 million credits. Whenever you order your 1 million credits. Does have an orbit map results pick. Everything in the picture was delivered in a single mission. Count True Silver, dude. Posted up. Casper, what's going on, man? Thanks for dropping by my stream. I do appreciate you. I really do appreciate you, Casper. Always good to see you here. Cybertext, Capallo. Nice. It's kind of a Capallo. I'm not going to worry about the free return and that sort of stuff. Yeah, like Gav just said, if you've got something that's related to KSP or space or awesomeness or whatever, I hear Japan is putting a rocket up to do something or other. Some rocket parts on there. Maybe a Munar launch pad. No, we're not going to do... Yeah, Munar launch pad. Meh. I'm not really going to do the extraplanetary launch pads. I wonder if I need to install... What is so bright over here? What screen is... It's this. You need to go away. Deepbot is too bright. There needs to be... There we go. Now I look normal. Alright. So, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be a Kerbal Space Academy session with an advanced Munar mission. We're going to get out to the moon, get a command module and orbit around the moon. We'll do a couple landings, so I'll talk you through a couple different ways to land. We'll also have rendezvous and docking in there. So if you want to learn how to rendezvous with a craft that's in orbit, you want to learn how to dock, we can do all of those things. Return a sample from an asteroid. Ooh, riding the hype wave, it looks like. Return a sample from an asteroid. Dude, does anybody have any links? Casper, do you have a link on that or something like that? Normal. Peter P. Normal. Got your PAX tickets, by the way? Do you have your PAX tickets? I've got my PAX East tickets. So I have some PAX South tickets. I'm just going to be PAXing it up at the beginning of this year. Or did we decide not to do that this year? There we go. Credits is working now. Outstanding. Wonderful waffle. What's going on? Let's do this. Since we're getting the stream spooled up, let me see where we're sitting right now. I always like to give people a chance to come into the stream before... Oh, Shimmy streaming on KSP TV as well. I read the schedule yesterday. I knew that. We got to catch up with this Widgety Bear guy. We totally need to catch up with the Widgety Bear guy. Hayabusa, what are they doing? Landing a motorcycle on the moon? Peter, I'm looking for a Saturday pass. If we know anybody that has a Saturday pass, and maybe has kids or something who can't go on Saturday. I did not get a Saturday pass. That's my problem. Ah, delicious. There's the Hayabusa link. Let me look at that right quick. Oh, dear Wikipedia readers, we need your money. Man, I need money too. Why don't you, Wikipedia, donate to my stream and I'll donate to you and we'll just call it even, right? What can we do? Don't explode anything. I'm going to crash and I'm just going to crash on them right now. Thanks, Peter. Returning asteroid sample return. We should have just done deep impact, but aimed it at the Earth. Aimed it at the Earth. Yeah, a Hayabusa. Land a motorcycle on an asteroid. Bro, Dave, what's going on? Dude, I hope you did a good job at your job interview. Everybody knows how that goes. Work at home or make Twitch happen overnight. But I know it doesn't work that way. Bro, Dave, you just got to keep at it. Do you stream right now? I'm not going to be able to talk. Halfway through this stream, I'm going to be like, and then you need a rendezvous with it. That probably just like took 15 minutes off my voice right there. Heartland Media, thanks for the host. What was I looking at? That's what I was looking at. I was reloading that, and I was going to show me the money. Excellent. That's what I wanted. Oh, wow. It's just a full house tonight. We've got EJ, we've got Shimmy, and we've got me. It's like kind of the three amigos of streaming on Tuesday nights. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's do this. Let's actually get to building a rocket. I'm going to design it from scratch. Let me do the spiel. If you're new to my streams, I'm Dasfall Dez. I do Kerbal Space Academy every weeknight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if not earlier, because I do operate on DOS Standard Time, which is the same as Eastern Standard Time, plus or minus whenever I feel like streaming. Usually, somewhere around there. Anyways, I do Kerbal Space Academy. Every night I try to focus on a different topic. DK, you are a tweeting fool, DK. Focus on a different topic. We do rendezvous, we do docking, we do lander design, we do SSTOs and planes, we do space stations. We did space stations last night. If anybody saw the space station we did on KSP TV, that's a thing. We did that. We do interplanetary transfers. I focus on a different topic every night. Tonight we're going to be doing an advanced Munar mission. We're going to cobble together a couple different things we've learned during other streams. Is it really cobbling? NASA doesn't really cobble things together. That's probably the wrong verb. Cobble together. That's what I do, though. I'm just going to randomly string things together. Since it's an Academy stream, I don't actually have an agenda. I haven't done this before. I haven't done this specific mission. I'm going to make it up as I go. I don't have a script. I don't have bullet points. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I'm just going to make it up as I go. I may mess up. I may not mess up. You'll just have to guess to see whether I did it on purpose to try and teach you something or demonstrate something, or if I actually am a noob. That's up to you to decide. Again, on my streams, I've already said it once during the stream, but try to keep it family friendly. Kerbal is an acronym. Nice. Try to keep it family friendly in my streams. I like it when younger people get interested in space. Earlier today, I built 22 Estes rockets with kinder through 4th graders at an elementary school. We're going to be launching the Estes rockets next week. But one of the things that I really like to do is get kids interested in STEM topics. KSP is definitely like a gateway drug to STEM topics. You could totally say that. I'm kind of mixing things together. I like to get kids interested in gateway drugs to science, technology, engineering, and math. That's what I like to do, but keep it family friendly, watch the language and that sort of stuff. I do appreciate it, and if you don't, I've got buttons to click. So do my friends. My friends have buttons. It's not a big deal, but I do. Everybody here is pretty cool usually. What else? I don't have a thingy. I'm Das Valdez. I'm making it up as I go. I do Kerbal Space Academy. Oh, we've got boot camp coming up this week. If you want to learn to play Kerbal Space Academy from the beginning, as if you've never loaded it up, maybe you don't even own it right now. This weekend I'll be doing a Kerbal boot camp. A Kerbal boot camp where I teach you to play from the ground up, like you've never loaded the game before. That's going to be coming up on Saturday. Anything else? No agenda. Making it up as I go. Donations. $250 from random donation hype. Let's get ready to moon mission. It sounds like you wanted me to say, let's get ready to moon mission sort of deal, but I don't have a voice changer. I need to get one of those. Ariane 6. Dude, Casper, I love the variable booster thingies. It's almost like a Soyuz sort of thing. It's just not as cool looking as a Soyuz thingy, but random donation hype, I appreciate you as well. I really do. I think I've got everything. Did I miss anything? Oh! You see some things on your screen that are highlighted in red. My chat is on my screen, isn't it? Yes, it is. If you have a question for me as part of the Academy streams, if you want to know why I did something, I love to answer questions. I want to show you that you can do these awesome things in Kerbal Space Program. You can do it. There's a couple simple concepts you need to understand, but once you get the simple concepts down, you can make it to other planets, you can land on the moon, you can put a freaking base wherever you want. All of these things are within your grasp. So if you have a question for me, ask me a question. You can do that two ways. You can say DAS in your chat message. If you say DAS, cheers. Cheers, Deepak. If you say DAS in your chat message, that will highlight it in red. On occasion, I will scroll back through the chat, and I'll answer all the questions that come in red. You can also say the word question. So if you say, like, I have a question, or question with a colon, or whatever, every now and then, I'll scroll back. I'll look at everything highlighted in red. If you have something that you want me to answer, if you have something that you want me to see, make sure you say DAS. Make sure you say question. Otherwise, I do kind of skim through the chat. I wouldn't have time to read everything. It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. So, Linux Guru Gamer, Taxos, Cast Style, Nakaflaka, Dude Jam Session made it. My nose is completely stuffed. No, my nose is fine. My nose is fine. My throat is a little rusty from last night's stream. But what can you do? What can you do? You can just shut up and stream. Power through it. That's what we're going to do. If you enter question with a colon, DAS will consult a proctologist. Dude, Casper, what? I don't even want to have anything to do with that, I don't think. That sounds hideous. Silas, Genovese. Usually I do sandbox at boot camp because it's playing the game for people who have never done it before. I recommend new players to start in sandbox. I recommend that new players start in sandbox because science doesn't really walk you through the science yet. So new players, in my opinion, I know there are different opinions on it, but new players should totally start off in sandbox mode. I know there's a lot of parts. At least you don't have any freaking mods. But if you have the information mods like engineering and that sort of stuff installed, I think sandbox mode is the way to go. I've talked in front of the loading screen for nigh on 20 minutes now. Let's get away from that. Crazy you truck it. We'll probably get around to that. Question. Just kidding. That's not very funny. We'll get it. There's another one. Dude. Gotta make sure your donation alarm is on, dude. Janice Elveron, every day that I start my stream, you are always there with that $250 donation, and I totally appreciate it, man. I totally appreciate it. Like, you showing up every day that I stream and tossing that $250 in the tip jar really, really, really makes a lot of sense. Really makes a lot of sense. Wait, what? That's not what I meant to say at all. Really, really is great support for me. I really do appreciate it, man. Donation hype. There it is. I love it. New players, why not career mode? Because career mode, right now the game doesn't really walk you through getting science. It's not really intuitive. It doesn't really make sense. And I just think it's confusing for new players. It's more frustrating than anything else to be stuck with the low number of parts. Lathe mission. Oh, some Count True Silver, dude. I appreciate it. Heartland, not working on the space station tonight. You do make a lot of sense. Yeah, dude. You make about 250 cents, actually, every time you donate 250. Let's go ahead and get going here. I'll go ahead and do this in a boot camp save, I believe. Let's do... That is my last boot camp, so not last weekend, but the weekend before. And I'm just going to do this in a boot camp save. Making all the sense. I'm not making sense, I'm making sense. Ha! Get it? That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, dude, Linux Guru Gamer, welcome to the stream, by the way. And feel free to ask questions. That's what I do, man. I answer questions, and I look at the camera. It's right there. I can see you. I can see your questions. My little chat thing is right there, and you're right there. I can totally see that. Anyways, not to be creepy or anything. Let's see if we can't design a Munar mission. I think I'm just going to go with a simple lander design. Maybe we'll go... No, let's go with the science lander design. Let's go with the Munar science lander design. Can I put a docking port on top? Silas Genovese. Appreciate the follow. Thanks for enrolling in Kerbal Space Academy. I've got all the parts. We're going to have docking capabilities, for sure. I love SRBs. Nice. Linux Guru Gamer, you would be very surprised. If you're in career mode, we did an entire stream on this. It was actually like 2 streams, and we decided that SRBs are some of the most expensive ways to launch rockets. If you're in career mode and you have a recovery mod installed, the SRBs, the cost of the SRB fuel is through the roof, and if you can recover your stages using chutes, SRBs are almost the most expensive way to do this. And there is Quetzy, dude. Quetzy, with that beefy cow arm, with the host, with quite a few people coming over. Look at this. This looks like a raid to me. We've got Outpost Antara 9. We've got Red Bloody Puma. We've got Quetzy himself. We have Smithy. Guys, I appreciate it. There is a... Look at that. Twitch Catchy Gav. I love that new command. Folks, Quetzy's another streamer. Does some Minecraft. Does some Kerbal Space Program. Toss Quetzy a follow. Where did Quetzy... No. That's not what I want. Where's Quetzy at? There you go. See... I follow Quetzy. That means you should follow Quetzy too. Welcome, Quetzy. We're doing a Kerbal Space Academy on an advanced Munar mission tonight. And I need to actually start building something. Convio. Dude, Convio. $4.90. There's another super subscription. Dude, a rogue subscription. Without you, I wouldn't have started streaming, and it's going so well. I think that's how you make that emoticon. Thank you so much, and thanks for the awesome sheets. Dude, Convio. Thank you for that. You can just say that in chat, man. You don't have to send me a donation. But I totally appreciate you. I totally appreciate you, man. Thank you for the donations, and thank you for screaming. Screaming. Thank you for screaming. Thank you for streaming. I really do appreciate it, man. Castile Moo. No, that's Quetzy's thing. That's Cootsy's things. Yeah, dude, you can totally link up to Stephen Manley. Who's Stephen Manley? Is there somebody named Stephen Manley that I'm not aware of? Stephen Manley. Alright. Science mission to the moon. Let's get it done, y'all. Scott Manley. Stephen Manley. Our good friend Stephen Manley streaming his things. What? Alright. So let me toss this together. Tonight with Das says the darndest things. You're right, I can't talk tonight. At least my voice is not totally done. It's Stuart Manley. Stuart Manley. Stuart Mosley? Has anybody seen that guy on YouTube, that Stuart? He's like, hello, I'm Stuart Mosley. What? Mott Scanley? Yeah, you're welcome to stream up to Scott's videos, man. Scott manually makes some absolutely amazing videos that he puts on YouTube. Irish Manley, nice. Stephen Manley is Scott Manley's evil twin. No, it should be like Scoot Manley. Scoot Manley. We should get him in here. We should be like, Scott, dude, what's up? Anyways, it's a Scotty Man. Scotley Man. Convio, dude, thank you again for the donation. Convio, Janice over on Random Donation Hype and Anonymous. Whoever y'all are, I appreciate y'all. Stuart Manley. Let me build a science lander here. You guys have fun over there in chat. I'm going to build a science lander, and then we will profit from it. How am I going to do this? I think I'll do a dual engine design. I think I'll do a little bit beefier lander. And we're going to do some science. So let me go over to my science, dude. Scrapdog15, Das, what is the best explosion you've ever encountered? What is the best explosion you have ever, like in real life? Scout Manley, what's up, Scout? How's it going, Chief? What's up, partner? Way to go, sport. Anybody seen that movie? Because that is an amazing movie. It's an absolutely amazing movie. Scooter Manley. Scooter Manley. Best explosion? I don't know. I blew my share of stuff up when I was a kid, that's for sure. Living out in the country, that'll do it. Oh, sweet. I did. I did. I totally updated it. Yeah, I did get it updated. I forgot about that. I was like, wait, what? Last night when he forgot to strut the bay doors. Who needed to strut the bay doors? Who were talking about? I didn't. I'm gonna stay off chat for a second and build a rocket. I'm gonna shut my mouth and I'm gonna build a rocket. What is this? A seismotron? Excellent. Everybody loves to know what the temperature is. Let's toss that piece on there. Done deal. Negative gravioli OP detector. Let's put that on there. Pressure map barometer. Ain't no atmosphere on the moon, but I'm gonna put it on there anyways. You already know what I'm gonna say. You just love hearing me say it. Skirt Manley. Scott Manley, jeez. Did we ever actually link up to that? Hello, I'm Scoot Manley. I'm Scout Manley. Voice feel a little bit better, dude. Leem Acardia. The runway. He liked it so much he left it exposed. The Koopa Vu caused on the pad explosion. I actually like that one, yeah. What else can we put on here? I was gonna put a docking port, and I think that I'm gonna go with a full-size docking port for safety's sake. Excellent. Let's put some fuel tanks on there right quick. And see, I don't love that. I honestly don't love it when it looks like that. But these things, I don't like to clip those. It's just slander, man. Jeez. Taxos, get you some sleep, man. Thank you for stopping by. How do you know there's no answer? Peter P. raises a valid point. How do you know there's no atmosphere until you science it? That actually makes a ton of sense. You should still get atmospheric scans from places with no atmosphere, because how do you know? Somebody talk to Tanuki about that. Tell Tanuki to put that into the next version. When she's doing her biomes, you should still get it. You should still get it. You should totally still get the extra stuff. I don't really love this. Let's see how much Delta V this thing puts together. Where's my engines at? There we go. Yep, that's a whole heck of a lot of Delta V. 4,000 Delta V. I think that's more than enough Delta V. I don't think we need that much Delta V. That's like interplanetary Delta V. In atmosphere, no less. Whoa, there was one. Ursi78. I enjoy your streams, Das. You're so very high energy. It's like a squirrel on caffeine. A very smart squirrel that enjoys teaching. Dude, Ursi, what was the quote? The quote was, it was about somebody's satellite, but I was going to totally steal it. Sometimes my streams get squirrelier than Discount Day at the Acorn Festival. That is totally a thing, but Ursi, dude, I totally appreciate the donation. Thank you for that. You just said squirrel and you made me think of that. You totally made me think of that. That donation hype thing cracks me up every time I see it. Thank you, though, Ursi. I'm glad you like watching it. I'm glad that I'm able to keep you interested by running my mouth constantly and never shutting up. It's kind of my thing, as you're well aware. Thank you so much for the support and donation. That puts me well on my way to my daily goal. I do appreciate it. Ursi, dude, thank you. Probably a year. I bet you're about a year older than me as well. If I had to guess. What else do I need to put on here? The Rabbit Savior, what's up? Anybody remember that commercial? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say anything about that silly commercial. Does anybody remember that commercial, though? Let's just do my little thingy. That old beer commercial. Question, do you work for camera? Do you work for NASA? Well, recording program. I got OBS because it was free and it took 5 minutes to install. That's why I use OBS. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Another successful procedure. Yeah, it looks like it fixed it. What was the commercial? Wasabi! Peter P remembers it. Wasabi! I wonder if we could do something different. I wonder if we could take two... Let's see if this is a thing. Let's see if we can't make it a double biome lander. A double biome lander. Some sweet, sweet biome on biome action here. It's totally family friendly, just so you know. See, that really doesn't tuck in well enough for me. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that. You can look it up on YouTube if you wanted to. Can't say Convio, thank you again for the donation. Thank you for streaming KSP. Absolutely, I appreciate every person that streams KSP. That makes me a happy camper. And you get you some sleep. Go do what you need to do. I am thankful that you stopped by my stream. The Rabbit Savior with the follow, dude. The Rabbit Savior, thank you for that. I need a skinnier part here for the middle. Pocket Edition's probably going to be too long. Is it? No, well, no. Pocket Edition's too long. Shenanigans. Is there a central core piece? Things probably won't radially attach to this very well. Yeah, that looks hideous. This is going to be like the most dangerous. Well, they work, I guess. Let's see if we... Okay, there we go. So, look at that. Look at that skinny little beam you can put in there. I guess I'll go with that, huh? It's not normally what I would do, but I've never actually done that before. Look at that. That makes a perfect core for this rocket. I'll allow it. I will totally allow it. Look at that. That is a work of beauty. It's beautimous. It's beautiful. It's beauty something. What are my PC specs? 4770K and a 760 GT with 16 gigs of RAM. That's all you need to know, really. I'm watching this while sick. Oh, man, that's terrible. Almost 4,000 followers. Noctis looks, we're not even kidding. Drakisker, oh my god. Camper equals happy. I probably missed something there. Only clips a tiny bit. Yeah, it does clip a tiny bit. It does clip a tiny bit, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the tiny bit of clipping there. I'm okay with the tiny bit of clipping. Yes. Clipping mode activated. Cheaty McCheaterson, welcome to Kerbal Clip Academy. Oh, and I was totally going to do... Hey, if you're new to the game, or if you haven't done this before, these things right here make great landing gear. Use them as landing gear early and often. They have excellent impact resistance, 12 meters per second, and they can actually be used to cushion your landings. Das, you're going to make some massless solar panels. Massless solar panels. Massless solar panels. What sickness do I have? I have polycystic kidney disease. That's what sickness I have. Continuing right along, let's see here. I am putting these things on. I was going to put... Do I need these? Do I need them? I don't know if I need them. Do I need them? Kerbal Space University. Because RCS under the RCS isn't clipping either. Persian cats get that PCK. What? PCKD? I don't know what that is. PKD is polycystic kidney disease. PCKD was that just a typo? I didn't know Persian cats got the same thing that I got. That's actually very interesting. In fairness, he is down with the sickness. The sickness. What the sickness? Hang on, let me put some balls on this rocket. It needs some. Oh, Saints Row boss. Oh, sorry. Well, I was not paying attention whatsoever then. Can I just put 2 of those on like that? I think that looks good. I also think that that looks good. Those are good landing things. Yep, that's it, RC. That is how it goes. I would not recommend it to anyone. It is not a lot of fun, honestly. But he asked, so I figured I'd say. Oh, man, don't do that. There you go. Alright, and we'll just do our normal solar panel setup. Again, we're making a moon lander. There we go. Let's go ahead and angle him a little bit. That looks good. I'm liking that. What did I miss? What did I miss? I missed something. Put solar panels. Done. I'm a strong, independent Kerbal Knot, and I don't need no landing legs. That's right, MS Painting. That's exactly right. Mystery Group breaks. You're right. It probably does. That is exactly probably right. That is exactly probably right. That's such overkill. I need a smaller monopropellant tank. I need a smaller monopropellant tank. Destroyer James, you're correct. But here's the problem with that. Look at the mass on those girders, right? 1.25, you're going to do 1.12 tons per landing leg? Not great. Not great. Oh, dorsal battery, thank you. We definitely need some batteries. Let's just put 1 dorsal battery on. We're probably, honestly, going to need some more batteries. What's Let's see, I'm going to need these batteries. Those are actually pretty big, but I hate it when stuff covers up my flag. Really, that flag needs to be on one of these other surfaces. It really does need to be on another surface. Dude, Cam the Man with another follow there. I appreciate it. I think. I don't know what was going on with that, but it's all good. A ladder would be good. Actually, that dorsal battery may be a bit of an issue. No landing legs. We've got it. We're going to use these as our landing legs. We are going to use these 17... Ooh, actually, 1758. That's actually getting a little low on Delta V, but it's because of these things. This is so much monopropellant. We just don't need that much monoprop. What if I just load up a half load of it? 1850? Ah, jeez, oh Pete. Use the round battery. I'm not in love with the round battery, though. I'm just not in love with the round battery. That's just, it's really to the, I mean, those, I just don't need those. I need smaller ones. I need smaller ones, and I don't really have an option for a smaller one. It's all good. Dude, Cam, I wasn't giving you too much trouble, was I? I appreciate you. Just being here, dude, is fine with me. Is there any other thing? Is there some new... Nope, that's way too big. These are 50 each, so that would carry even more. We really just need, like, one. My voice is a little bit... Oh, good call. Good call. It is atmospheric. So 2158. I would really like to have at least 2500 in the lander. I would like to have 2100 in the lander. Having my fun is just for symmetry purposes. I'm going to be docking this Noctis Lux. I do need RCS because I'm going to be docking this with a command module that's going to stay in orbit. Really appreciate it if you could detonate one Night of Rendezvous. Oh, we've done that before, Sinpro. We've done that. I will absolutely do it again. Durabbit Saver, this is my actual job. This is what I'm trying to do for a living. This is what I'm trying to do for a living. This 15 monoprop, that's actually enough monoprop. Yeah, we don't even need these pieces. Look at that. That's going to get us another 100 Delta V. 150 Delta V. We don't need that monoprop. We don't need it. We're just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. Alright. Ooh, now I have space to put these. And you can see my logo. Excellent. That's some serious battery package. That's like way too much battery pack. What else do I need? Chat. Say DOS in the stream. Say DOS in the chat. Tell me what else I need. I'm bound to have missed something. I'm honestly thinking of putting landing legs on it just because... I don't know. This thrust to weight is way too high. I was just putting... What is that? Oh, we don't have a ladder. We don't have a ladder. 2 kilometers per second of Delta V. That's probably about right. Oh, underglow. You're right. We need lights, cameras, and actions. So let me do that. Having my fun. What color? Go. Skyscraper-sized rockets. Entropy. Skyscraper-sized rockets. Incorrect. We do not need it. Docking light. Yes, underglow. Quick, give me the color. Give me the color. Go, 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 go with the color. Wait, who said it? Yeah, lights, underglow. Ooh, nobody's actually said the color. One of these days, you're just going to learn to say the color. Purple, says Gav. We did purple last night. But I'll do it. So that should probably work for docking. That is going to be a terrible view out of the landing can, by the way. Did not think that one through. Apparently designed by 2 different design teams. They're like, oh, we'll put a window down here. And then the other guys are like, oh, we're going to put the can over here. Quarkman, welcome to the stream, but keep it classy. Keep it classy for me. Ding! There you go. What else? Purple. You completed the survey. Thank you. I appreciate that. How do you make purple? Red and blue, right? There you go. Purple lights. Okay. What else do we need? What else do we need? Cheaty said purple before you asked. That's okay. I'm doing better. Outlaw, I'm feeling better. My voice is a little bit rusty, so I'm going to try to keep it... I'm going to try to take it easy. Take it easy on my stream. I don't know how that works. But I do appreciate the concern, Outlaw. Yo, Arboret, what's going on? What else do I need? We don't have comms. Let's toss some comms on this puppy. Speak now or shut up later. What else do I need on this craft? Tell me what else I need on the craft. You sign up for the lessons. Nice. Can you put a chair on the side? Greater hater. No chair today. No chair today. 50% red. This is magenta. Really? Okay, I'll buy that. That does look more purple. I'll allow it. I'll totally allow it. Parachutes. I don't think I'm going to need parachutes. I don't think I'm going to need parachutes. The small lights need color changed. Umbrella. Not going to do umbrellas. The small lights need color change. I've got that. Bigger thrusters. I don't need bigger thrusters. We are good to go. Our mission profile here is the moon. The moon, we've got 9.26 thrust to weight. What is that? Yeah, we can turn that off. That is way too much thrust to weight, honestly. 2,400 meters per second of delta V on the moon. And 9.26 thrust to weight. That's so much. Give a Kerbal a picture of his family. Outlaw, we've actually got landing legs. We're going to be using the goo containers as landing legs. That is our mission profile. Double use. Why? Because the goo containers, 12 meters per second on the impact resistance there, and they stick off just enough to cover our engines and our docking port. I'll allow it. I probably don't need them tilted like that, and I could get just a little bit more height if I did not tilt them as much. That's going to clear me a little bit more. Need missiles. Miscellaneous missiles. Don't have any miscellaneous missiles. Anything else? Anything else? A color... Gav got it! Gav totally has it. Mention a color as soon as somebody mentions Underglow. Oh, what do you think about better than Starting Man for beginners? I wouldn't do better than Starting Man until I had a firm grasp on the basic concepts of the game. Thrust to weight, delta V, control authority, that sort of stuff. Then I would go to better than Starting Man once you really want to challenge. Better than Starting Man is like super hard mode. It's absolutely ridiculously hard mode. Enjoy the show. Stuck it for good. My mission doesn't complete. What? You need Accurator or Acurator. You need to take RCS with you. If you have RCS, it'll be a lot easier to fine-tune those orbits. Anything's a landing leg if you're brave enough. Ladders, Dark Templar, thank you. Thank you. And we almost really need a different place for this dorsal battery. Maybe I just need to put it down way low. Oh, I can put it like this. And that'll keep it out of the way of the... Plus, it's like an ablative battery landing leg. I'll allow it. What side of the moon? Whatever side I want. Brain Fried! In the house. What's going on, Brain Fried? How's it going? Make the lights teal. Too late, you missed that boat. It's already sailed. This is so... Oh, wow. Did I seriously do that? I put those lights on in 2x symmetry. I do not want the lights in 2x symmetry. I just want 1x symmetry. There we go. Und. There we go. There we go. Okay. Get a claw, bring back the moon. Does thrust limit engine scale for the thrust or set an upper limit? Cowcat, I'm just going to go with it in case I need that emergency power. 4 small comm antennas. Dude, Quavumek. That's awesome. Inclination of 179 degrees is retrograde. Quark, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, actually, you're right. I didn't even think of that. I didn't think of that. I went straight to the RCS. Maybe he needs a retrograde orbit or something? Huh. I think the rotation force will be okay. I think the rotation force will be okay. This pod will be fine, I think. Those batteries are overkill, like you wouldn't believe, but what can you do? You can just leave them on there and shut up about it, is what you can do, honestly. But that... Oh, man. Yeah, clip it. That's what I like to see, some nice... It's like shoulder pads now. It's like a football player with some battery shoulder pads. Is it possible to do a Pegasus? What's a Pegasus? I don't know what a Pegasus is. I mean, like, I get it. It's like a flying horse with wings or whatever. But Pegasus launch? What are you talking about, Pegasus? What is the reference there? Man, I am just 2x symmetrying it up here. Let's fix that. Alright, chat, speak now, forever hold your peace. Ladders is the last thing. I'm going to do the ladders. Y'all are going to tell me what I'm missing. That's our little contract here, right? He's not going to actually be able to climb up there, is he? Interesting. I mean, he can climb up there, but he won't be able to turn the corner. That's like a problem, you know. Let's see here. Will he be able to do it if I do the ladder like that? I don't know, actually. I actually don't know if he'll be able to climb up that corner. With the word Delta Wing, it's a plane-launched orbital vehicle. Okay, thank you. You could, but you could probably... Your probe with the antenna. Yeah, we probably don't need that. Have you got a safety solar panel? Ooh. Safety solar panel. I love it, Cybertech. Dude, that's a great idea. Safety solar panel. Look. We are going to put a safety solar panel on the bottom. That is such a good idea. That is such a good idea. Because the game handles physics sims. Paper airplane. Put an paper airplane on there. I don't think I missed anything. I'm not seeing anything. Hellion. I'm fine, dude. I'm fine. I'm fine. I've been through worse. I used to be married. Come on. Little hoarse voice. Mobile processing lab. Quetzy, we are definitely going to do a mobile processing lab on the command module. We are definitely going to do that. Put the science on the Science Junior or something in case he can't get up there. Put the science on the Science Junior. in case he can't get up there. But he's going to be coming out of the pod. What about the generators for if you're behind Kerbal? We've got tons and tons of battery power. So I think between the solar panels and the batteries, we'll be good to go. Whoa, Goalie Bear, you know better than that, man. Don't link stuff like that. Don't link stuff like that, dude. Thank you. Jeez. Get the little link, man. Get the little link. That's insanely huge, man. Oh my gosh. You're wigging me out, brother. Okay. No, it's just huge. Nah, if you can get a smaller link or something like that, I will totally look at it. That was a huge, like my entire screen filled up with link all of a sudden. Like I got a red glow on me from all the linkage. Anyways, so we've got this guy. Let's continue on. Oh, here we go. Wait. Let's do RCS build data right quick, and let's go to translation mode. We have quite a bit of unintended rotation right now. Our center of mass is going to move just a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. 2x symmetry, poor favor. There we go. But I'm actually going to put it up a little bit like that. Our center of mass will move, but that's okay. Planet Shine. Yeah, Planet Shine for the Twitch chat. That's exactly right. Needs some separatrons. What's a safety solar panel? Outlaw. A safety solar panel is something mounted on the opposite end of your main solar array. This is a lander, so when it lands, those solar panels will be pointing upright. A safety solar panel is something down here just in case I get myself into a situation where I forget to point it towards the sun. Right? It should just be going up and down between the command modules, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But we put that safety solar panel on there just in case. It makes it very difficult to get an angle on this craft that doesn't have some sort of solar panel. Test ladder and launch pad, I will do that. That's what the safety solar panel is, right there. And I'm not too worried about this, honestly. As we use fuel, see how my rotation gets better and better as we use fuel? And so when I rendezvous, I should have just a little bit left. A little bit of fuel left, and my rotation will look like that. That is why I did that right like that. I'm not going to be doing a lot of docking when I'm full of fuel, right? That's just not in the mission results. The mission profile. Let's see here. Do any of your mods. A creator or AC or A creator. There you go. It's not A creator. It's A creator. Turn off the dorsal battery for safety. That's actually a great idea. Let's turn off the dorsal battery for safety. Good. Anything else? I think we're good to go. Yeah, Outlaw. That is what the safety solar panel is. That's another T-shirt design. Shouldn't get to what? Wait, shouldn't get to what? I don't know. Don't apologize to me. Why do you apologize, man? You're good to go. How about those RCS engines that run off regular fuel? Quetzi, those things are probably way overpowered. He's talking about right here, the Veer Governors, the Werner engines. Those things with a thrust power of 12 per is probably way too much thrust for this craft. I usually reserve these things for larger kind of fuel probes, very massful ships. I usually use these on those bigger craft because with a thrust power of 12, that means that for every one of those I place, that's the same as placing 12 of these. 12 of those. So that is, usually I reserve those Veer Governors for the larger craft. Anything else? How many people actually use it? You're right. Or explosions, anything else? Did I miss anything? Why do you need... Oh, Destroyer James, why do you need Oxidizer? Because there's no air in space. There's no oxidizing agent in space. So you've got to carry not only your fuel, but you've also got to carry your oxidizing agent. When you're in an oxygen-containing atmosphere, you can actually fly around and just suck up the atmosphere. The oxygen in the atmosphere is your oxidizing agent. That's why a jet craft can just carry jet fuel. Doesn't have to carry oxidizer. But an actual rocket that's going to operate in a vacuum, non-atmospheric environment, non-oxygenated environment will need that. Is it true in Kerbal that you can fix almost any problem by adding more boosters? No, in fact, a lot of times adding more boosters will just cause more problems. Sometimes adding more boosters will just cause more problems. Adding more boosters is not... It's a funny thing to say, right? It's a funny thing to say, but from an Academy perspective, adding more boosters is not always the answer. Let's build the next stage. Let's build the command module here. That's a junior. Is there anything that I can do not to make this just boring? Guys, oh, AC Creator, remember to use the word question. I'm sorry, I like half answer that. No, I don't use any mods like that for Kerbal Space Academy. I like to keep it simple for new players so that we can learn some of the concepts, then you can get into the more complicated things. I've done remote tech before. You may also want to look at antenna range. Antenna range. Save your progress. What? Look at antenna range, I believe. Antenna range might be a mod that you could look at. So let's see here. I am definitely going to put a science lab on here. This will be kind of a... Oh, now we're getting to a science vessel, though. That's okay, though. Where's my science lab? There it is. Is there anything I could do to make this different? I love that. That basically fits into the form factor of the science lab much better than my other lander design. I really do love this. This is looking great. What does question do? It makes you highlighted in red, just like that. Just like you see right there. Multiple antennas on a ship. No, there's not. It's really just for fashion perspective. There's really no reason to use any antenna other than this one in the stock game. It's the lightest antenna, it's the lowest power draw, and it'll still transmit your stuff. So there's not really a reason to use any other antennas, except from a fashion perspective. Question, how long have you been paying KSP? About 1.5 years. What do you think of the new countdown clock? Huh? Where is there a countdown clock? Where is there a countdown clock? Name and save. I just did save. I did just do save. It's not pointless. Use the clamp thingies. Use the clamp thingies. Oh yeah, no entropy. We'll get down to that. The new NASA countdown clock. Where is that? What are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about. I'm missing something here. I'm totally missing something. NASA got the new clock up. I do not know what we're talking about. I am out of the loop on that one, which I apologize for. Apparently there's a new clock. NASA has it. I think what I'm going to do is this, actually. I'm just going to do 2x symmetry. And I'm going to put some sort of like blast deflectors on here, right? Wow. That's not really what I'm looking for. Huh, I wish they were closer in. I guess we could flip them around backwards, but that's not actually going to follow the profile of the thing. Huh, that looks terrible, actually. And it also sticks out to the side. NASA had to replace. Okay. Oh, they have like a new HD countdown display or something like that. I gotcha. That's cool. Alright, yeah, well, I'll allow it. NASA can do that. That's okay. Dude, Sarian, ninja'd by Goalie Bear there. That's actually really cool. I could clip it, I guess. I don't really want to clip it. I'm just trying to do some sort of deflector shield, right? I'm trying to do a deflector shield so that the exhaust from those things doesn't do us in. And see, that actually looks really good right there. I think that with a little bit more, I will allow it. Gosh, I can't put it at the right angle and see what I'm doing at the same time. I guess we're just gonna have to go with that. See, that's okay. That's like a blast deflector sort of setup. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Drink! I do need a drink. Orion hype indeed. Dude, Canius, I can't wait till that happens. I cannot wait till that happens. That will be amazing. Let me do this right quick. Bing! Survey says... Excellent! Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright. So we've got the science lab. We've got the lander on the top. That's just blast shielding. That's okay. Isn't the clipping going to mess up the redock? I don't believe so, because I've got it below the magnet point. I don't think so, but we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. What else? I think we're just going to keep this ship-looking. We're just going to keep it ship-looking instead of doing the engine nacelle sort of setup like I like to do sometimes. I am just going to keep it looking like a simple ship. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay. So what do we have in that? 2118 meters per second at delta V. Is that right? Yeah, 2118. in the first stage. And if we get rid of this, yeah, we lose some. 7 thrust to weight, though. That's way too much thrust to weight. That's way too much thrust to weight, honestly. Jeez. Nubius, you got your webcam. Mine was supposed to come in, and it didn't freaking come in. You want to talk about getting on my nerves? That right there gets on my nerves. I think... I'm not loving what's going on the screen here. Like I said, I've never built this ship before. So I think I want to do something like this. And I'm not sure if I love that or not. Do we love that, chat? Do we love that as a means of like spreading out our fuel so that it looks a little bit cooler? I mean, I think I'm okay with it. It's a pain to refuel perhaps, but I think that's okay. Now we've got 4 fuel lines like that. How are we on the thrust to weight? 4.18. 30, that's almost 4,000 Delta V. That can go a lot of places. 2118, that's counting the fuel in the lander stage because of the docking port. Having my fun, actually it's not. That actually doesn't use that fuel between the docking ports. It won't flow the fuel like that in the engineer. It will flow the fuel like that in real life, but it won't actually fuel, or sorry, in the game, but it actually doesn't count it over there. I think we're gonna go with it. I think we're gonna go with this design right here. Reactors. What else do we need? What else do we need? The C20. Yes, I did. I got it on sale for $49.99. Interpreted clampetron is a stack separator. A clampetron is a stack separator. It automatically does it. It automatically does that. Kerbal Duna. Yeah, this is actually an interplanetary vessel. I believe that it would be able to land on Duna and take back off again. Let's look. Let's look at Duna. 591 Delta V, atmosphere, yeah, that can't be right. Yeah, it actually wouldn't. So, it wouldn't be pulling from there because I don't have fuel lines going to the central core. I don't have any fuel lines going to the central core, so these engines aren't going to have access. That engine is not going to have access to that. Huh. Feeling better. I am feeling better. Damask, how's it going? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good for a... How about streamlining on the top of the boosters? You don't really need to. I'm not really going to worry about it. I'm just going to imagine that a fairing is around it or whatever. I think we're just gonna go with it. It needs a nose cone and an umbrella. Not today, not today. We don't really have any control authority on the main vessel. We're definitely gonna need some control authority on the main vessel. And we can couple the control authority in with refueling capabilities, I believe. Duna surface may be a little close. Yeah, it is gonna be a little close. If we didn't have if we had chutes up there, if we had chutes on it. Actually, we are doing an Apollo-style landing. Quantitas, we are doing an Apollo-style landing. Let's see here. And I think... Yeah, look, I'm just going to do it like this. Malshark, thank you for the follow, Malshark. I appreciate you. We are designing a Munar return mission here on Kerbal Space Academy this evening. There we go. And then we can put these in for control authority, right? We don't really need this much control authority, but we might as well. We don't really have a pod for these guys to hang out in. It would just be 2 Kerbals. That was at EPD's Delta V question. EPD's Delta V question. Did I miss something? EPD. Where's the Delta V question from EPD? Oh, I see. Assuming parachutes assisting. Yeah, I gotcha. Thank you. Alright. We could probably make it Duna. Because, Goalie Bear, I don't like those mods. I'd rather rebuild them from stock. I don't like those mods. I really don't like those mods. I'd rather build it from stock parts and get as close as I can because I enjoy that challenge, right? But like I said, I'm not doing an Apollo mission today. I am just doing an advanced moon mission. I'm not going to call it an Apollo mission. I said that I will do those special streams. Hey. Seriously? That's upside down. On like anniversaries and stuff. There we go. Excellent. Alright, I'm looking good. I think that's good. RCS for docking. I won't need RCS on the mothership. It's just going to be a craft. I believe... Do we need any sort of solar arrays? Let's just go ahead and put the smaller solar arrays on here. We're gonna need some batteries, and that's what we're getting down to the details now. We are definitely just getting down to the details. Let's put these 1x6s on here, like that. Let's come around this way, and probably not even gonna need a light, really. I guess, huh? Yeah, we're probably not even gonna need a light. What else am I missing? Power generation. I've got those power generators on there. I really feel like I almost always put RTGs on. I almost always put RTGs on. Linux Guru Gamer, dude, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Take it easy. And thanks for letting me know you're taking off. We could do this, I guess. It's always good to have a probe core on there. Because otherwise, that craft is not going to have control authority. RCS. Oh, RCS, Cybertech, thank you. That is exactly right. We absolutely need RCS to refuel the lander. And we'll balance out some of that stuff by putting the RCS up at the top like this. That doesn't clip too much. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that, honestly. We are almost a Kerbal Fashion Academy. Add Gigantors. I'm not going to do the Gigantors. They're just unneeded mass. They're totally just unneeded mass. I've got control authority. I've got power generation. I really kind of feel like I need a nuke on here somewhere. I think what I'm going to do is put a nuke down here. Just one, maybe? I should put a nuke on the other side. In fact, I should put the pod on the dorsal side. That's not what I wanted at all. Alright, so we'll put this guy here. We'll put the pod on the dorsal side. We'll put our RTG on the other side as kind of a balance to the pod, right? And I like to put the RTGs in like that. I know they're big heat sinks, right? They're radiators. Let's see here. Control authority. Yes, Silas. Without having this pod on here, the science lab itself will not actually give us the ability to control this craft. Anything else? Anything else? I almost really wanted to put a lander can up there. I really kind of feel like putting a lander can up there. Because without it, this isn't really a ship. It isn't really a ship. It does need a lander can or something. So we will totally put... And I know this is going to take our Delta V away. I don't even care about that. There we go. Then we could... Can we take those off? Yes, that looks totally legit. There you go. That's okay. I'm going to be okay with that. I will live, basically. And we will have to see. Jeez, that has some weird clipping bounds. That has such weird clipping. It's so annoying how the occlusion meshes are on that. I really think that some of the occlusion meshes need a rework. You know? There we go. Now we've got some sort of blast deflectors. Now you have no need for the pod. Das, you now have no need for the pod. Do you have parachutes? I don't need parachutes. Remember to put Kerbals in the lab. I'll definitely do that. Did I miss the batteries going on? Quetzy, thank you. I do need batteries. I do need batteries. And we'll put the battery array like up here or something. We'll just put these batteries on in like 4x symmetry. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 batteries. There, and that looks okay. I think that looks good. Alright. Oh, got picture stream. Dude, take it easy, Damask. Take it easy. I appreciate you hanging out. We don't need parachutes. We've got all that stuff. We are going to need some way to strut these things in, and we've boned ourselves a little bit there. Shucks, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Das, how do you know what the dorsal side is on the science lab? Oh, here you go. Here's how. So, the flag in the VAB, the flag is going to be behind the dorsal side. So if the flag is back there, this is the dorsal side that I'm looking at right here. Also, if you get a pod out of the bay, the pod will be oriented with the dorsal side towards you. You see that? That flag is going to be behind it, so any pod you grab, this is the dorsal side. On the other pods, that's the dorsal... Why did I grab the same one? That is the dorsal side on that. That flag is going to be behind you in the VAB. Hey, Creator, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate you. I really like what you did with the monopropellant. Thank you. What? Das, can you just give a quick overview of the more advanced modules you have on the ship? I only went about 3 or 4 deep in the tree and I have no idea of what those labs do. Oh! A creator. The core of this ship is the science lab, right? The core of the ship is the science lab. The science lab allows you to do 2 things. It allows you to field analyze samples. So if you get a surface sample from a place, you can field analyze it and you can transmit your notes back for a bonus, right, on science. That's useful if you have a long-term mission and you're trying to get science faster. You'll get less if you transmit it, right? But having the science lab there will give you a bonus to the amount of science you get back from transmitting the data. The real killer app of the science lab in this mission is going to be the fact that the science lab, manned by 2 Kerbals, you gotta have 2 Kerbals in there, the science lab manned by 2 Kerbals will be able to clean these experiments pods so they can be reused over and over and over again. That is why I have the science lab on this mission, because I want those to be cleaned over and over and over again. That is what we're doing. That is actually terrible placement for those solar panels, but we'll just do safety for it. How are we looking here? Delta V 2118. That's okay for a Duna mission. That's okay. 422. I'm not believing that. So it's just about 3,000 Delta V. Just about 3,000 Delta V. And I think the last, yeah, 2 Kerbals plus something to control it. You're exactly right. Plus something to control it. Oh. How about a tiny baby rover added to the side of a lander? That's probably going to take us a little bit too much time. A tiny baby rover. A tiny baby rover, huh? I think that may take us too much time this stream. I don't know. We could always add. I tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a Clampatron Jr. to the top right of our probe here. And now that we have a Clampatron Jr. on there, we'll be able to dock with things up at the top. We'll be able to dock with things. We'll be able to update it. What's up, Jesus? How's it going? I missed that. Oh, I missed some pictures. Rotated. Nice. Half domes. Yeah, that's actually... So, I'll actually make a comment on those, because I used to do that exact design, but I found it to give unintended motion for some reason. Or maybe it wasn't what it was. I used to build these pods like this, because I thought it looked really cool, right? Like that. But then this pod would shake all the time. And I'm not going to say 100% that it was the rotated monoprop, because it shouldn't be doing that. But when I stopped doing that, the craft stopped shaking. And I made a couple changes at one time, so I don't know if that's what it was. This is exactly how I used to build these things. I used to rotate them in like that because I think that looks really, really, really cool. But I stopped doing it because I just kind of felt like it was making my craft shake or something. I don't know. I have a transmitter. I think the engineer is set on Duna. You're right. You're correct. There you go. Now it's set on Kerbal. We're definitely going to need to be set on Kerbal. All right. Yes, we should be good. Those 2 engines? Yeah, that should be fine. 67. 0 in the first stage. That doesn't make any sense. Alright. Yeah, I don't know, Hellion. Dude, tell me if that makes the craft jittery. I really need to do a real test of it, but I stopped doing it. I stopped doing some other things at the same time, so I don't know. But I think that looks really cool. I really do like how that looks. We probably gonna need some fashion. You might want cobs on the lab part. Thank you. Yes, Quetzy, let's put some comms on the lab part. That sounds like a good idea. Comms on the lab part. I love it. I love it. There we go. And we'll just do the, whoa, that's actually cool. We'll give him a little tourist umbrella here. And then make sure that this actually opens up. Doesn't clip with anything when it's open. It looks great. That antenna is so good at not clipping with stuff. I really do like that antenna. Makes a great umbrella as well if you saw the stream last night. Alright, I think we're good. Power collection. I've got solar and I've got a single RTG. Fly already. It's Brian. I'll get there. I'll get there. Anything else? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Anything else? One day I need to do a different design. I should do a different design right now, but I'm not going to. Anything else? Like a bay or something that thing actually docks in would be really cool. Tourist umbrella. What, only the tourists have umbrella in Seattle? Is that how it goes? That may be how it goes. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we just need to strut this stuff in and we'll be good to go. So I think that if I just go 4x symmetry there and go like that, I should get a strut on. Yeah, that'll work. Wow, I actually went in between the lights. That's amazing. Fuel lines. I do believe I have fuel lines on the bottom. Yep, I've got fuel lines down there. I think we're good. This is for space. Yeah, this is just a space vessel. Gravioli and meatballs. Nice. You know what would be cool? I'm going to do a thing here. I'm going to put a couple Clampatron Juniors on here for future upgradability. So I'm going to put these on in 2x symmetry. I am going to tuck it in like that. That should give me room. Yeah, and I could put one more on this side, I believe. Not 2x symmetry there, because that's our Kerbal ladder. And the last thing, I'm going to put a thermometer here. Everybody loves to know what the temperature in space is, so I will put a thermometer right there so that we can see what the temperature in space is. All right. There's another long dart update. I think I may play some long dart tonight. I think I may play some more. No RCS. Yes, Quetzy, I am not going to put RCS on the lab. It is just going to be a ship, kind of a mothership sort of concept. This guy will be in charge of doing all the docking and rendezvous and that sort of stuff. That's what we're going to do with that guy. Okay, so we've got expandability because we've got those things on there. We've got GD launch stability enhancers. We still have to build the booster underneath that, so I'll get to that when we get there. Chat, if I've missed anything, it's your fault. Speak now or forever shut up. And let's keep on going here. So, we are going to need... He's got plenty of Delta V. He's got plenty of Delta V. As always, check RCS in action groups. Yep, that's good. The Hayabusa is going to launch in a little bit. That's cool. What about the big... monopropellant tanks? Thader, I've got these little side monoprop tanks. I'm just going to go with the side monoprop tanks instead of the big one. This is 300. That would be 750, but I'm only carrying 15 at a time, so that should last us a very long time. Need some DP. Lights on the lab. Outlaw, thank you. Yes, we do need some lights on the lab. We do need some fashion-rific lights on the lab, and I'm going to do something like this. C for angle snap, 2x symmetry. And I'm just going to point them down. This is really just going to be for fashion. Dude, Narfadu, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. I am Das Valdez. This is my kind of shindig. This is my bag. This is what I do. Thanks for the follow. Huh. Das, according to the wiki, the science lab, since that's always right, the science lab is able to collect more science of the same sample so you can max out most experiments in one trip. Oh, interesting. We'll have to do that sometimes. Cam, we're designing the mission to do all of the things. I think I'm just going to leave these white, actually. Since it's not a lander, I'm going to leave it white on the color. Let's get it into orbit. We're just going to do it on the bounce and by the numbers, Kerbal Space Academy style. We are going to put... one of those things on there. We're going to need a kicker stage that has 1500 Delta V and 1.5 thrust to weight. Let's see how close the skipper gets us. Survey says that's a mainsail. A skipper. Let's go to compact mode. It's easier to see. 1.14 with 1000 Delta V. So we may actually need a mainsail on here. Interesting. That's 950. 950 but 2.49. That means we could make this stage bigger. It's honestly going to make sense to do like a quad design or something on this. It is going to make sense to do a quad design. So let's see here. If we do a quad design, we will put these on in 4x symmetry. Like that. We will put these guys on. Come on. If it ever doesn't do this for you, right, you see how it's not letting me? It's totally not letting me. You can always try to come underneath it and see if it'll work. If that doesn't work, psst, such annoyances. Put it on in 1x symmetry, like that, and then reapply the entire shenanigan-y stuff, like that. So let's see what this runs in terms of thrust and kickerage. 1312 1.16. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. Yes, the entire chat. the entire chat is highlighted. That happens sometimes. 6 of these I think will be good. This is going to be a very interesting kicker stage, but I'm just going to allow it. 1.57, 1401 meters per second of delta V. We can then put one more tank on there and we're going to ship it. Bam! 1.49, 1500 meters per second of delta V. Why? Why do I do that? You shall see soon. You shall see soon. Now we just need a... That's not right. Now we just need a lifter. I held down shift and I clicked on the part so I could move the entire rocket like that. That's a good trick to learn. It's definitely going to be a mainsail lifter. We already know. Yep, C. C definitely turns on angle snap. Go straight to 8. X for symmetry. Yep, you're right. What is the key to shortcut the toggle symmetry? It is... Toggle symmetry is X. X will increase your symmetry. Shift X will decrease your symmetry. You can see right down here. I'm holding shift and pressing X. Now I'm pressing X. That is the mode. That is what you press in order to do those things. Let's see here. Yep, C is angle snap and X is symmetry number. There you go. You got it. So let's go ahead and toss a... There we go. 1.07 on the pad. Now let's just make a copy. Whew, that's too much. 1.75, 2500. Look at that. That's perfect. That right there is an orbit. That is totally an orbit. I wonder. I wonder. I won't need a control module on the lifter. Arbrimmer, I think I've got this close enough. Since I'm not going to be installing it in orbit using this, I'll just cut right when my apoaps or when my periaps gets to 20, and I'll finish off the orbital burn using this guy. I think that's what I'm going to do with that guy. That's what I'm going to do with that guy. I wish. I always want to find out a better way to do this. And there's just not. There's just not a better way to do it. These I-beams don't work. These are too finicky. Because I would like to put 3 mainsails on, right? With 3x symmetry. Like that. That's what I want my rocket to look like. Let's see if this flies. I always have trouble with this. I always have trouble with this. It's just so annoying, honestly. But I always have trouble with this. I guess that I could move them down and fashion it up a bit. Let's look. Because see, I could do that. I could grab these nose cones. I could put them there. That actually doesn't look very fashion-y at all. I mean, maybe it's okay. I'm not sure how I feel about it, honestly. Huh. Yeah, that big open space up there, we'd have to put a, I guess we could do it. If we wanted to put that together, we could totally fashion it up just a little bit. But see, I would put one of these on like this, and then I would flip the other part around. Going to the moon, T-game, and that is exactly what we're doing. I would grab this structural segment, and I would put it in the middle, upside down like that. I just don't think that this is going to be a requirement for this mission. We don't need to fashion it up too much, but we could make it look a little bit cooler if we did that. There is, but it doesn't fit these tanks. There is a 1-to-3 adapter, but it won't fit those tanks. So that's the problem with that thing. Kerbal Fashion Academy, yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, we're just going to go with this. We'll just put these on in 3x symmetry right like this, and we'll use struts, and we're going to call it a day. There are some things we could do to make this look a little bit cooler, but today is not the day that we will spend time on those. Utility is greater than aesthetics. Sometimes. Sometimes. It depends on how I feel. And then we'll come down here. Is this being used for anything? Yes, it is. Okay. So we are definitely going to need to strut these things in. With blackjack. Just blackjack, though. Right, Peter? Just blackjack. Nothing else, since it's a family-friendly stream. Just blackjack. See, that actually looks like a quasi-legitimate rocket. Some controversial additions in the dev notes. Link me up and I'll tell you if I'm going to rage about it. Link me up and I'll tell you if I need to rage about it. What do we need to do? Tell me what we need to do. Where are they? Where are they? Ouch. It doesn't look bad with struts. Well, thank you. Link up the dev notes. That's in orbit. Link up the dev notes. Forget the whole thing. And I will read them and tell you if I'm going to rage. There we go. That is actually a very legitimate looking rocket. The kicker stage is a little bit wet. The link's up there. Where's the link? I didn't see it. Whoa! Janice Elveron. Dude. You already donated your $250, man. You already donated your $250. You don't have to do that. Thank you, though, for the support, man. It doesn't have to all come from one person, man. Spread it around. But I really, really, really do. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Janice. You are such a regular with the support. And it makes it so I can keep doing this every day. It's a huge deal to me. It's honest. It's a huge deal to me. Thank you so much for that. Alright, and fishhooks. I'm making my own KSP with blackjack and fishhooks. Janice, again, thank you for the support, man. Ted's sections of the notes. Let me scroll down. System, difficult issues, fix check, 1,000 words, what is this? Oh, I'm okay with those. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, if that's like some sort of computer you can unlock or something like that, I'm okay. I'm okay with that part. That would make life a little bit easier sometimes. It's not gonna fly the rocket for you completely. I'm okay with it. Yeah, that's actually a really cool looking, that's actually a really good idea. Sometimes I do wish on longer burns and stuff like that, I wish I had things like that. So I am okay with those things. Getting the angry triangle in there with some sort of stability assist program, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the heading corrections like that. That's actually really cool. I'm glad he put that in there, man. I'm not gonna rage about that one. He donated to... Wait, really? I didn't add that up yet. Jeez. More like 100. Yeah, dude, thank you so much. Again, Janice, it adds up. It totally adds up. When people donate $250 and $5 and at the end of the night, I'm like, man, I got my daily amount. I mean, right now my daily amount is every time I do a stream during a day, I need to make about $100, and that means I can keep doing this instead of going and getting another job. So, I do appreciate the support. I do. Alright. I think we're good to launch. Are we good to launch? Let's check the staging. 6 engines on that stage. That's hilarious. I think we're good to launch. No rage hype? No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the heading assist. I don't want it to plot the course and fly for you and all that sort of stuff, but I'm okay with the heading assist because it'll help me out on some of the longer burns and stuff like that. I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, anything else? Did I miss anything else? Anything else? Let me know right now if I've missed anything. We've got the flag. We've got the kicker stage. We've got, we don't need a mainsail in there. What is that? What's 6 times 2? 6 times 2, that's 1,200, so that's a little bit less than a mainsail. Yeah. Anything else? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I need a name for this. This is going to be the KSA Advanced Munar Survey. That's just what we're going to call it. Right there, the Advanced Munar Survey. Master Beast 101. Thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Use Dr. Pepper fuel. No, I'm not going to do that. We won't do the Dr. Pepper every stream. Underglow, we don't have a rover, so we don't need that. Nice logo. Thank you, Master Beast. I appreciate that. Exterior command seat, because YOLO. No, we don't need that. Let's save that for kind of free play stuff. Land or Immortal Riches. We could do that, DP Drive. Interstage strutting. Interstage strutting may be a good idea. We won't need... We've got it here. Oh, interstage strutting. Oh, yes. Yes, we should totally put some struts in that actually cross the stages. That's a great idea, Thader. That's a great idea. Thank you for that. Tell me that's not going to hit those engines. Alright, good. We've got 6 and 3. That's excellent. Pocket Medic. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. I appreciate... That's actually a cool name, too. 6 struts is so much. I wish I could just do 3x symmetry, but I'm not going to. We'll just strut that up into there. And I think now we're all set. Orange tanks to top stage. No, we're fine. We don't need orange tanks on the top stage. Immortal Rich, you didn't miss anything. Cam, that shows you the keys that I'm using. Let me actually pull this down a little bit. And let me put something over there. This light on the side, I need to turn this off. Let me get something that's dark to put over there. I need like a skin. There we go. I totally need a skin for DeepBot so that I don't have that bright monitor on that side over there. Anybody notice I'm looking a different direction here? Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. We've got lights on the lander. Done. Ordering pizza costs 20 bucks more than cooking. I'll totally order a pizza like that with the money you send me, Janice. I do appreciate it. Let's see here. Wait, what did Silas say? Hang on. Looks similar to the moon mission craft I used when it moves fire science to man the kicker stage, combined with the top stage, and swap the LV-45s with nukes. Nice. I like it. Pizza program. What did Silas say? Let me look at what Silas said right quick. Jeez. Where did he say something? He said it like a long time ago. Pocket Medic, I'm not too worried about it. We're doing it all in the bounce by the numbers. Order it and eat it now on the stream. Nah, I've already eaten. I've already eaten today. I can't really eat anymore right now. I only eat once a day. Drink, thank you. I probably need to get another one of these. I'll actually launch this thing. Let's launch it. Let's launch it. I wouldn't put the nukes on the, What are you? What are you on my screen? What is that? I don't know. What key do you press to add more than one part at a time? X. X will cycle you through symmetry. X will cycle you through symmetry. Yeah, Moshnak, I only eat about once a day. Let's put some Kerbals in here, y'all. Let's put some Kerbals in here. Y'all know how that goes, right? Let's get rid of Bob. And let's see what's going on here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner says, ding, 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 ding. The Oracle 09. I have a feeling you're on a rocket somewhere. The Oracle. I don't know, but are you in here? If you're not in this save, I'll just add you again. Yep, let's create a Kerbal. It's not a bad roll, except for the stupidity. The Oracle 9 Kerman. Remember, guys, it doesn't do you any good to ask. It does not do you any good to ask. To be put on the ship, it is completely random. There's nothing you can do about it. Oracle 9, we need 2 scientists, and we need one other guy to stay in the landing, or in the pod bay. Let's see what else we've got here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And the winner is Ironhawks. Dude, Ironhawks getting the rocket. Let's see what you're going to do. We'll put you in the lander can right there. Nope, not Bob. We want to create a Kerbal. We want to put Ironhawks. Ironhawks. In right like that. Add you to the pod. Then we need 2 Kerbals in the processing lab. Let's see here. 2 more winner winners. One is going to be Heartland Media. There you go, Heartland Media. You got a rocket, so let's put you in there. Heartland Media. Thank you for all the kind words, man. You're always like completely like singing my praise and stuff like that. I really do appreciate it. Heartland, I really do appreciate all the praise and stuff, man. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good, so thank you for that. I do notice it. I am everywhere at all times, even when people don't know. I have alts, I watch Twitter, I watch tweets, I watch Twitch. People don't know what my alts are, and I will never tell. But I do appreciate it. There you go. Sorry for the rolled pacifier. I don't know if that's your name, but that's what I'm going to call you. Anything else? What's up, Jeeker Good? How's it going? We've got PA26 IFR. We've got... Who else do we have? We've got Heartland Media in there. We've got Ironhawks. We've got the Oracle. That is our main mission. Those are our mission Kerbonauts. It doesn't do you any good to ask. It is completely random. So let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and close the crew manifest. Let's F5 for safety right there. Let's go ahead and throttle up. Panel lock, SAS engage. 355 on the monoprop. That should be okay. F5 for safety. We did it. Let's do it one more time. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to space. So, I'm going to just let this rocket fly. And I am going to go 1.8. Get me another drink. I'll be right back, y'all. I always have plenty of time to go get a drink because the launch profile for most of our rockets here is straight up till 10 kilometers. You just want to go straight up into the air until you reach 10 kilometers, so I've got plenty of time. There's no keyword. I'm already back, dude. Too slow already. Sorry about that. This light over here. The green screen is having serious issues because I had to move one of my lights. I'm going to have to come up with a solution for that. I'll need to mount something on the wall to do the lighting or something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. A Bluetooth headset. Why would I want to keep talking to y'all, though? I just want to go get a drink. I just want a break, man. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my orbital pitch maneuver. When I get to 10 kilometers, I'm going to slowly pitch over to 90 degrees right here. This is 90 degrees heading at a 45-degree pitch. Why is it 45 degrees? If you look at the horizon is 0 degrees. Straight up is 90 degrees. This is a 45-degree angle relative to the horizon. 90 degrees that you see on the nav ball there, that is actually your heading, 90 degrees being east. So I am just going to pitch over right like that, and I'm going to fly at this 45-degree pitch with an easterly heading until I get an apoapse of 50K. An apoapse of 50K. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's so good. I like this kicker too. I do like this kicker. After I get an apoapse of 50K, I'm going to click there to get it into orbit mode, and I'm going to put at the downslope side, the down pitch side of the orbital prograde vector. That is the edge of that circle right there. Do you see how I'm pointing at the edge of that circle? Why do I point at the edge of the circle? I'm doing what I like to call a turn and burn. And I am going to turn and burn right like this. This is giving me more and more orbital velocity and less vertical velocity. I want orbital velocity here. I do not care for more vertical velocity. And I'm going to turn and burn right like this until I get an apoapse of about 80. I'm just going to keep burning right like this until this apoapse right here says 80. Once it says 80, I'm going to cut throttle. I'm going to press M to access the map. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to click on my apoapse to add a new maneuver. That's not right. That's right. And I'm going to pull on the prograde handle of the maneuver to add orbital velocity until I get a periapse. Now, if I'm doing that and my apoapse starts to get away, I need to fix that. So I'm going to click on the middle there, and I'm going to drag until that apoapse gets back to the middle. Right like that. I am then going to click on the periapse tag so that it sticks. It sticks, and I can still see it. Look at it. It's stuck. It's not going away. Normally, it only appears when you hover over it. I'm going to continue pulling on this until that number over there says 80. That's going to give me an 80 by 80 orbit. Bingo! Watch for the flip. That's 83. Bring it on back. Nah, there you go. That's 80 by 80. Now we just need to burn this node. In order to burn the node, I need to look at my estimated burn time. 54 seconds, half of 54, 25 plus 2, so 27. When I get to T minus 27 seconds, that's when I'm going to light this candle. So there's 35 right there. I'm going to point at my blue maneuver node heading, right? When I get to 27, I'm going to light the candle right like that, and I'm going to burn, baby, burn, until this orbit is done. Can you lick me? No. Aiming at the edge makes the marker move just like Noctis Looks said. And what was the other question? You switch from 45 degrees to turning when you get an apoapse of 50K. When you get an apoapse of 50K, that is the time to switch. Joking 97. Oh, KSP Kraken! I was laughing, I was explaining something. Dude, KSP Kraken, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. I mean, I don't appreciate you, honestly, because you're the freaking Kraken. But I appreciate the follow, I guess. When this gets to 20, whoa! When that gets to 20, I'm going to ditch the rest of the Delta V. What is this going to do? When I do that right there, that means that that stage is not going to go into orbit, but I am going to go into orbit. So I'm just going to complete the burn using the engine itself. Therefore, 3, 2, 1, 0.6. 81 by 78 is good enough for government work. Hi to DJ, what's going on? Joking, to answer your question. Why do you split the node in half? The maneuver node assumes There you go. The maneuver node assumes that you'll be able to apply 100% of the required delta V at the instant of the maneuver node. Not for a second before and a second after or anything, but at the instant of the maneuver node, it wants you to go from nothing. Watch the caps cracking. I know how to get rid of you. At the instant that maneuver node happens, it wants you to apply all of the delta V. Rockets don't work that way. If you look at this rocket can only actually accelerate 6 meters per second squared. That means that every second I can apply 6 more meters per second to my velocity. It just probably wasn't enough caps. But just chill out a little bit. Anyways, what I want to do is actually split the burn so that on average I apply all of the delta V to the point in time of the node. That means that I half my burn. I do half my burn before the node, half my burn after the node. That way, on average, all of my delta V is expended right on the node. That's why I do that in half. That is why I do that in half. Is the bot? No, the mod's there. It's actually there. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, yeah. Alright. Will you find me? Joel Flake, dude. First, dude, thank you, Joel. I'm tipping because I didn't know about clicking the periapsis tag until you demonstrated it. Joel Flake, welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. That's what we try to do. I talk through the things that I'm doing. I want people to learn about the game. I learn stuff every stream. People learn stuff, dude. I totally appreciate the support. I'm doing this as this is my job right now. This is, instead of me being out doing tech support like, hello, how may I help you fix your computer sort of deal, this is what I'm doing as a job, and I really do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dude, Joel. Y'all don't know what that means to me. It really does mean a lot to me. That purple underglow, though. Let's turn that off. Alright, again, Joel, you are awesome, dude. Thank you for the support. It does mean a lot to me. So now we've got some decorative lighting on our craft. Cam is the man, 912. Gotta go. See you next time. Take it easy, Cam is the man. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for hanging out. And hope you attend some Academy sessions later. I appreciate you. Cracking the Easter egg. Yeah, there is a Kraken out there on one of the planets. We'll go there at some point. We'll go there at some point. You know, the having of the delta V on the burn is not always the right way to. It's just a median average. Must burn all the time. X, make sure move fire. What? Wait a second. On occasion, 99.9% of the time, halving it is the correct thing to do. But halving the delta V on the burn is not always the right way to. It's just a median average. If you're looking at a must burn all before time X, make sure you move your maneuver node far ahead enough. I'm not following what you're saying there. I'm not following what you're saying. There are some situations where halving the number down at the bottom isn't right. Like if you stage halfway through it. It's also not exact, right? Because actually your thrust to weight changes as you do the burn, so you should have more burn on the front end of it, and then, or actually more burn on the back side of it and more burn on the front end of it from a time perspective. But halving it is good enough for glovement work about half the time. All right, let's see here. We are in orbit. We did not put an action group on our solar panels. That's okay. Let's go ahead and deploy these solar panels. Like I said, deploy the solar panels. I really need that mod that allows you to edit action groups out here. That is my, like, bane of my existence. Okay. What else do we need? We need to go to the moon now. So let's see about going to the moon. Let me show you how to do a Munar encounter. 50% of the time, it works every time. Nice. Alright, let's see here. Be silent or I shall make you silent. What we need to do in order to get to the moon, let's plan a maneuver node, right? Let's plan a maneuver node. Let us click on the moon, set it as our target. Hover over these ascending and descending nodes that appear. If they are less than 2 or 3, you're good to go. Don't worry about it. 0.5 is just fine. 0.5 is just fine. I don't have to worry about it. What I want you to do next, this is so easy. You can get to the moon. It's easy to do. Watch what we're doing here. Play along if you want. Open up your own game and do the same thing while we do it. You can totally do that. That is absolutely a thing, especially if you got more than one monitor. Run it in a window or something like that. So let's see here. Big Bears, Coppler J, DJ as well. Guys, thanks for the follows. I just missed a couple follows, it looks like. Let me grab that. Let me go over the notification. Did I miss anybody else? Master Fu, KSP Kraken, DJ, Coppler J, Big Bears, Pocket Medic, I got Master Beach, Narfood. Yeah, okay, I got all those. Good deal. Guys, thanks for the follows. I really do appreciate it. What I want you to do is put the moon in the background like that. Anywhere on your green orbit, click and add a maneuver. I want you to drag on that maneuver until its periapse, or sorry, its apoapse is up there at the Munar orbit. You see how you can scroll out and you can actually look and see when that apoapse is right about there? Just do that. It's really easy. Then I want you to zoom in and I want you to drag this node around. You can actually click. Do you see how the middle gets white? Do you see how that circle in the middle turns white? I want you to drag that around until you get a moon encounter. Pretty simple, isn't it? You can drag that around. Do you see what this is showing me? I've set that apoapse up there at the Munar orbit, which is good, right? When I drag it around, it's telling me, dude, Das, when you get here, the moon's gonna be here. And I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. Thanks, game. I appreciate that information. What I need to do is change the time that I actually do this burn. And I can drag that node all around my orbit just like that until I get that fine maneuver Munar encounter. Look at how great that is right there. That periapse is going down, down. 28 on the periapse on the approach to the moon. It works there as well. You can click on that periapse tag. That right there, that is an absolutely great Munar slingshot if you want to leave the system in a retrograde-ish direction. That would be good for going to the inner planets, Eve and Moho. Or we could actually just burn and capture ourselves with the moon. I'm going to burn and capture myself with the moon, but that's all we did. I was just dragging the thing around. That's all that we were doing. That's all we were doing. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Alright. Fun watching your stream. Dude, Sam Carr, take it easy, Sam Carr. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let's see here. Cybertech with a plug. Nice, Cybertech. You're right, though. You're right. The Kerbal engineer actually does a very accurate calculation of the burn times. I've got it configured on mine, right? There. Node burn time half and the time to actually start the burn. That takes into account the changing thrust to weight as you do the burn. So that is the most accurate way to do those burns. You are exactly correct. Exactly correct. Especially considering Void uses engineer's code for much of the information. Nice, nice. Alright. Take it easy. Good night, Sam Carr. Good night. I'm going to go ahead and set up for this burn. I am going to turn around until I'm pointed at the blue node. It is going to be a 2-minute and 21-second burn, coming up in 14 minutes and 11 seconds. So let's use engineer this time. French fries, take it easy. What we're going to do is look at engineer. Engineer tells me two important things. Tells me more than two important things, but for this, it tells me two important things. It tells me the node burn time, and it tells me the time to node burn. All I'm really interested here is the time to node burn. This is telling me that when this number here gets to 0, it's time for me to light the engines and do the burn. So I am going to go ahead, set an alarm, add for, what's half of the burn time? 1 minute 7 seconds. Watch this. I'm just going to do 1 minute 10 seconds, right like that. And we are going to go ahead and do the time warp until we are 1 minute and 10 seconds away. Why am I doing it 1 minute and 10 seconds? Half of my burn is 1 minute and 7 seconds, according to engineer right there, right? So if I set the alarm to be a couple seconds ahead, a couple seconds before that burn time, look at that. Time warp comes down, delete on close, close alarm, turn, and burn. We just burn at the exact time, right like that. See, I would be fine with it steering me in that direction. Yes. Does the same technique work for going to Minimus? Mattress weather. I will show you how to get to the Minimus. I'll show you how to get to the to Minimus. It's not exactly the same. We've got time. Minimus is actually an inclined orbit. This here is flat, equatorially flat on Kerbal. Do you see how Minimus is actually tilted a little bit? That's called an inclined orbit. That makes the encounter a little bit difficult because you have to... Silas! Genovese, I don't know how to pronounce that. Thank you for being so helpful, Das. Know that it is appreciated. Silas, thank you for the support. I really do appreciate the donation. If I didn't get donations, I could not do this every day. I would have to go and I wouldn't flip burgers, but I'd do tech support or something like that. And I would much rather be here teaching you all KSP, or at least just having fun playing KSP, because sometimes people don't need to teach, they're just hanging out on the channel. But thank you so much for the support, man. Silas, is it Genovese? 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 How do you pronounce it? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. Jeez. Fries, dude, keep it KSP related or space related or something. Don't just post up random links. I'm not even going to click on it, man, because my mods have told me that that's not a particularly related link. Try to keep it classy and keep it KSP or space related. Anyways, we're just continuing to do the burn. Continuing to do the burn. How much Delta V is needed to get to Minmus and back? Pirate Popcorn, great question. As soon as I finish this burn, I'll show you. I'll finish this burn and I'll show you. Nelly Gone, what's going on? Thader, man, get you some sleep. Get you some sleep. Use everything all together. Alright, so this right here, we're going to cut this when it gets down to 0, 23, 20, so close, 7, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.7. That's good enough for government work. Let's check out our encounter with the moon. Let's see if we burned enough for that encounter. We did not quite get it, so let's go a little bit more. Hey, come on now. Oh, did I burn too much? Nope, there it was. That sweet, sweet 35k Apple Apps. Alright, it clicked in. It just took it a second. Look at that weird orbit. That moon, look. The moon's going to be there whenever we first come into its sphere of influence. That's why our orbit starts to curve that way, right? Because the moon is on the backside. We're coming in prograde to the moon. Then, at the periapse, it's just barely going to pass under us. And when we escape it, we actually escape and it'll be right underneath us. That is that Munar slingshot in action. We're using the moon's rotation. We're doing a low pass of the moon, and we're using the moon's orbit to add to our orbital energy and actually expel us from the system. That's exactly what's doing. Let's see here. Do we say it? I'm doing good, Mike. Thank you for asking. Did Silas ever say got KSP? Oh, dude, Anvidel got KSP in the Steam sale and playing along today for the first time. Thank you, Anvidel. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for the mission report, dude. Just playing along. If you have any questions, ask me. Ask me a question. Hey, DOS, I got a question. If people paid you to do private lessons, would you do it? Yes, I would, Immortal Rich. I would definitely do that. Oh, you misspelled it. It's Genovese. 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 Okay, Silas Genovese. You just misspelled it. I see. Genio. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you, Silas Genovese, for the donation. I really do appreciate the support. And Immortal Rich, yes, I would totally do one-on-one sessions. I've got a multiplayer server all set up if you want to do that. That is something that I would do. That is something that I would do. Let's see here. No problem. Mike, yeah, thank you. The trick with Italian is emphasizing every third syllable. Nice. Alright, let's see here. We're good to go. I love this game, dude. Mike, I do love this game. Thank you for saying you like the stream. Do you have this game? Just got KSP. Cooley Loach. Wait, Cooley Loach. Yeah, Cooley Loach. Das just got KSP. Feeling somewhat lost. Any advice? Kill lots of Kerbals or be more careful. Cooley Loach. Scroll down my channel, get my must-have mods, and learn to design your rockets on the bounce by the numbers. That's my #1 thing. It's really by the numbers. On the bounces, having instincts and knowing what's going to happen. But by the numbers is so much help. It's so much help. Just being able to see what's happening behind the scenes. The game is using the numbers. Why shouldn't you understand what the numbers are? I really do believe that you need to scroll down and get those must-have mods. Anyways, I'm going to just add another alarm here. We're going to add an alarm at our SOI change. I'm going to come over here. We've got solar panels extended. We've got fuel. We still have 20472 meters per second of Delta V. Excellent. It's not pulling fuel from there, so that's good. And, yes. I am going to let this thing ride out to the moon. There's the moon. Right like that. I'm just going to go screensaver mode. Let me do a little bit of time warping here. 44, 43. That should give me some time to check chat. Let's go screensaver mode, and DOS is going to check chat. DOS, your must-have mods are for total novices as well. Yes. Silas Genovese. Genovese. Yes. I think that they are must-have mods for noobers. For complete noobs. People who have never played, total beginners, total novices. You need them. They will help you be a not novice anymore. Wait, what did I miss there? What did I miss? Dude, Malice, Draco! What's going on, man? How's it going? Thanks for hosting me in my 500 follower special in the raid, so big thanks for that. Dude, No problem, man. Malice, I always see you streaming. You build some wacky ships, man. You are like on the other end of the spectrum for me. I try to keep it stock for new players, and you have like every mod ever installed with the warp drives and stuff like that, man. I enjoy watching your stream, dude. I really do. So thank you for streaming KSP. Folks, Malice Draco, I've got it right here on my screen. I follow Malice. He's another KSP streamer. I should probably drop him a follow. Thanks for dropping by, dude, and thanks for the host and all that stuff. I appreciate you. There's Gav with the link, dude. Nice. Thank you, Gav. Checking. Oh, I missed this. Checking in before I head off to bed. Got a host up for you. Thank you, Malice. Thank you for all the stuff, man. I mean, just at the very base, thanks for streaming KSP, man. The more the merrier. Let's see here. Link DOS, a clip from the Boondock Saints. Genovese. Isn't it Genovese? Genovese. Genovese. Something like that? I don't know. I like to expand my design limits. Dude, that was too bad with that warp ship. Malice, I would love to see you redesign that warp ship with a lander bay. With a bay that's something, it would have to be like a fuel lander, so the warp ship could stay in orbit, right? Around Lathe. And the simpler fuel lander, it could have like a little refinery or whatever on it, or the refinery could stay in orbit and could carry Kethane up and down, or Carbonite, which is everywhere. Some sort of fuel drone could go down to the surface of the planet, collect the resources, and come back up to the warp ship, then redock. That would be freaking amazing. Some sort of like central core docking bay where the ship goes around it, and there's like a place in the middle for like basically the fuel tankage of the entire warp ship to detach, go down and fill up, and then come back and reattach. And yeah, dude, your 19-hour stream was nuts, dude. The 19-hour stream, that's freaking nuts. Carbonite OP. T-Games! I've been doing fine with Carbonite. Did I miss anything else? Let's find out here. So bright. So bright. Alright. Oh, you had a node bud with a docking port, so you had to build it all in one. Gotcha. A node bud with a that's lame. This light is getting on my nerves. But see, then that kind of reses it out a little bit. Because the lighting over there is okay. Honestly, that's not... It's just, I'm full of stars. I'm full of stars. Anyways, we're coming up to the moon here. We're totally coming up to the moon. I'll go ahead and do the time warp. Dude, Malice, again, thanks for stopping by. Get you some sleep, man. It's going to take you a while. I skipped you. Wait, I skipped you? I'm sorry. No, Pocket Medic. Remember, say it. Did you say DOS or did you say question? I don't see it highlighted in red, Pocket. If you have something you want me to read, you need to say DOS or question. And that will definitely make it highlighted in red. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Pocket Medic. I have 400 hours in KSP. I love space science and technology, etc. Dude, Pocket Medic. Okay, I missed you. If you have something you want to bring to my attention, say DOS or say question in it. That'll highlight it in red. That'll highlight it in red. Genovese. Oh my gosh. Hang on a second. I'll look at this, Crispy. Hang on a second. It's quiet right now.
The sad story of Kitty Genovese.
Genovese. Genovese. Oh, I got you. Genovese. Hang on.
Kitty Genovese.
Genovese.
Kitty Genovese.
Genovese. Okay, Genovese. Gotcha. Okay, Genovese. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Genovese. Alright, good deal. What can you do? Now the light's not right. I've got to fix this lighting. It's getting on my nerves so bad. Ah, what can I do? This bot over here. Pocket Medic. Okay, thank you, beautiful lander. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. What else did I miss? What else did I miss? How is Biome Highlands in space? Ask Cybertech. That's not my deal. Genovese. Did I get it? Silas Genovese. Did I get it correctly there? And let me go ahead and bring this window back up so that I get rid of the light of the console. That's still the light of the console. There we go. That's better. All right. Okay, so we're coming up to the moon sphere of influence here. I'm going to go ahead and finish the time warp. Oh, I untime warped at some point. How did I untime warp? Get you some sleep, Mike. Thank you. Keep up the good work. I'll watch again. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure to have people here hanging out on the stream. I do appreciate it, man. Let's just get on up to the moon now. How are we doing on time? 9:54. We've been going for about 2 hours. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, now I just need to get into the sphere of influence of the moon. We don't time warp through our sphere of influences. It's just a thing. It's like not liking albatrosses and that sort of stuff. Actually, I like albatross until somebody kills it. That's the complete wrong thing. That's a complete wrong thing. We don't warp through the time. Sorry, we don't warp through the sphere of influence changes because of the way the game calculates the physics. It has to estimate the physics sometimes, and if you warp through a point where the estimation model changes, it can screw with your orbit. We don't like to warp through. We basically want the smallest resolution on the physics simulation whenever we do that crossover. That is what we want to do. I am coming in. So here we go. Let's fix this. Do you see how right now I'm not coming in to a equatorial orbit around the moon? I'm actually coming in so that I'll come in high and I'll go down low. That's not what I want to do. I can fix this on the fly because I know what's going on. I'm coming in up, right? I'm kind of coming in on an upstroke, and I'll go around the moon and leave the moon on a downstroke. I don't want to do that. I want to counteract that. So what I want to do is burn Angry Triangle. Angry Triangle, that's Happy Triangle right there. Angry Triangle is going to be kind of south along this orbit. Aligned with the moon's north to south pole, Angry Triangle will basically be the same as burning south. Do you see how right there it's near the 180 horizontal line? And when I burn Angry Triangle, because I'm on the upstroke of the orbit, I want to burn down and correct that upstroke. Watch what happens when I do this. I'm burning Angry Triangle, this pink triangle with the arm sticking out. What I'm going to do is burn, and when I burn, look at how it fixes my orbit. Do you see how it's flattening out my orbit? That's what I want to do. I want to keep burning right like that until I get the Angry Triangle itself right there to about 180. Right like that. That means that we're doing a very nice equatorial pass on the moon. Let me see if I can clean it up a little bit more. 2.8. Yeah, I burned too much. I burned a little bit too much. I can actually burn in the opposite direction now. Let's burn Happy Triangle. Pink Happy Triangle here. Like this. Let's burn a little bit like this. And see if I can't get this to go down to... This is my inclination. There we go. 1.92 is about what we can get. About what we can get. Whoa! Clicked on the wrong thing. My bad. Asuli, I'm doing good. Thank you. The highest resolution, the smallest error. But did I say it backwards? I probably totally said it backwards. I said I wanted the finest resolution. I probably said smallest resolution, I betcha. I betcha. Let's see here. What else did I miss? Sensi, or Cessny, dude. Your name always gets me. Cessny, get you some sleep. Das, you should have burned mid-course instead of the SOI to save Delta V. Yeah, it would have been better if we burned in the ascending or descending node. That's exactly right, Oracle to 9. That is what we should have done. We don't warp through SOI changes or shoot albatrosses. There you go. Thank you. Rhyme of the Ancient Space Mariner. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's what we're looking for. I really like the way you describe the markers. I always forget which is which. Dude, Angry Triangle is down and Happy Triangle's up. That's exactly how we say it. Crispy Unibrownie's got a dip for a bit. Just dropped in to say, hey, what's going on, Crispy? Dude, I appreciate you being here. I totally appreciate you being here. Freister Nest. Kerbal names based on viewers. I think I could write a plugin that watches the Twitch stream and automatically randomly assigns Kerbal names based on viewers? Really, Peter? That would be freaking amazing if I could just hit a button and it would randomly choose somebody and put their name in the list. That would, because they do have the Twitch. It's just an IRC. It's just an IRC thing, man. Huh. Joking, get you some sleep. Also, Anthony Rocks popping in before you go to bed. Guys, I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you. All right. So now we're in a nice equatorial pass. It's good enough for government work. What I'm going to do is circularize. So I'm going to click right there. No. I don't want Immortal Rich. There you go. No. I need some more separation. I know I'm behind the chat. It's really the only way I can get it right now. There we go. Now I can add a maneuver node there. And anytime you want to circularize, you want to miss the planet less. When you want to miss the planet less, you want to take energy out of your orbit. The green retrograde marker is what you use to do that. You can also click right there and make it stick. My parry is currently at 37. Let's bring this guy on down to about 25. So we will make a periapse of 25. Ooh, so now that apoapse is that. Periapse is 32. Let's keep on dragging until we get on down to about 25. 20 should be fine, actually, because we're going to be doing landings, right? 23, 22, 21, 20. Dingo right there. There you go. 20016. That looks good. Then we'll circularize the rest of it when we get there. Question. Do I drink a lot of milk? No, I don't like milk. I don't like milk. Pokemon, I've been doing good. The triangle that corrects your orbit down actually points down, and the other one points up. Ah, nobody cares about that. Drinking Coca-Cola, get out of my stream, Immortal Rich. What's up? Das Valdez's booty. Inzy Rocket Man! Inzy Rocket Man, dude! I answered your thing on YouTube. I saw some questions on YouTube, and I answered them for you. Let me know if I didn't answer them completely. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you seeing me on YouTube, dude. Inzy Rocket Man, thank you for the follow. And also Das Valdez's booty, whoever that is. You're hilarious. Thank you for the follow. What's the lowest you can go before the moon's gravity pulls you down? You could actually go at 1 meter. You would probably run into mountains. Sub to Malice Draco as well. Nice. Yeah, give Malice a follow as well. Y'all should totally give Malice a follow as well. Dude, yeah, just click on his name. Look, you can click on his name right there in chat. Bam. Right like that, and you can click on follow. Yours will look a little different.